Welcome. As you know, the month of October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and Norman is sponsoring a weekly thought leadership series in which we'll try to delve into some of the important issues affecting things like critical infrastructure protection, malware analysis, and other issues related to cybersecurity. We'll be featuring world-renowned experts such as Joe Weiss, Ron Plesko, Jesse Knight, Jeff Stutzman. We'll be posting these videos on Norman's website and our YouTube channel, and we invite your questions and comments around any of the interviews or any of the topics presented. You can reach me at cyberawarenessmonth@norman.com. I will post most of the relevant stories that we collect and present periodically on my blog site and share some ideas, thoughts, and concerns. We look forward to you joining the conversation, and thank you for your time and support.
What scares me probably the most is prior to last year, or actually the year before with Stuxnet, we had assumed, and you know what happens when you assume, but we had assumed that a major cyber attack against the infrastructure would have to be done by a nation state. Well, because of Stuxnet, a number of things occurred. One was that there was a big push by an awful lot of people to try to reconstruct Stuxnet. There was also a number of organizations that have now put exploits on the web for free. So what that means is you no longer have to be a nation state to be able to get these exploits that go directly after industrial control systems. When people use the word SCADA, it's like going to Macworld and only wanting to talk PCs. SCADA stands for Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition. It is a very explicit type of control system. There are a whole slew of control systems. Part of the reason I was telling you the title of my book, Protecting Industrial Control Systems, the reason I use ICS, Industrial Control Systems, is because it's more than SCADA. SCADA is only one part, okay? I happen to be the managing director of the International Society of Automation, Industrial Automation and Control System Security Standard, ISA 99. It probably took us 1 or 2 months to even come up with a title, because one of the major end users is one of the largest users of programmable logic controllers in the world. They don't have a single SCADA system. And their concern was if the word SCADA was in the title, not one of their people would use it. Okay? So just to try to give an idea of what are we really talking about. The term is really industrial control systems. Now, the next point is there's roughly maybe, say, 10 to 20 major control system suppliers worldwide. You know, the Siemens and GEs and ABBs and Rockwells, Yokogawas, Emersons, Invensys type of thing. I'm sure I've left some off, but the point is roughly half of these vendors are US-based, but sell all over the world. The other half are international-based, not just European-based. I mean, you look at Yokogawa, that's Japan, okay? But they're international-based and sell in the US. These systems are used throughout the world. That's why I went and I said to begin with, solve it in one industry, you've solved it in all industries worldwide. I've got an incident database of control system cyber incidents. There's roughly 225 that I've been able to document so far. They come from all, well, electric, water, oil, gas, chemicals, manufacturing, mass transit, even commercial aircraft. And it's from all over the world. Most of my incidents are from North America. Why? Because I've got more access. But if I lived in Europe, most likely I would have had more coming from Europe than here. But there have been control system cyber incidents in North America, South America, Europe, Asia. You know, arguably the first public one was Australia. There's nothing geographical. And here's another thing, and I've had to tell this to Congress, that China isn't necessarily our big threat here. China has systems from every single one of our major vendors that they've bought. You know, this isn't stealing technology. You know, these systems, plus we've got any number of manufacturing companies with facilities in China, you know, with facilities all over the world. And what gets interesting is that it's a very globally connected world. We have manufacturers who remotely operate plants all over the world from the US. We have international companies that operate plants in the United States remotely from Europe or Asia, or probably South America. That's why this whole thing is it's international all the way, and I go back to solve it in one, and you're very far along to solving it in all.